Hey, you found us. Welcome home to Center for Spiritual Living. We understand that you can't sit here in these chairs and be with us for everything that we do in the world, but we still want you to be part of our community. I want you to know that you're making a difference. With every challenge you meet, with every thought that you change, you contribute to the value of life on this planet. You're part of this higher vision. Click the Contribute button today and continue being the difference. And remember, what you give here, what you give to others, returns right back to your life, multiplied abundantly.
There was a time in my life I had to do all by myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was
Now I say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through the day, you've got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say.
Good morning, CSL. It's Friday, right? I'm glad you showed up. I invite you to stand and sing the song. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit of my God. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for
like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, all I ever needed, was already there. Closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air. I breathe in, I feel in spirit. It is health to my eye, it is peace to my life, it is joy to my soul. I breathe out a simple prayer. And my breath becomes a song that I sing along, that I sing everywhere. It's nearer than the air. I breathe in, and I feel in spirit. Oh, it is health to my body, it is peace to my mind, it is joy, it is joy, it is joy to my soul. I breathe out a simple prayer. And my breath becomes a song that is singing along, that is singing everywhere. It's nearer than the air. It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, all I ever needed, is already there. Oh, closer than the sunlight, it's nearer than the air.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming this morning. It's great to see all of you. If you are here for the very first time, we want to extend a special warm welcome to you. We trust that you will find this spiritual community to be warm and welcoming and a place that you'll want to come back often. We have 7 core values that we celebrate here at CSL. This morning we are celebrating the core value of oneness. And there are so many things you could say about oneness, but what I'm going to say about it this morning is what we practice, especially this time of year, really emphasizes our belief in that value of oneness, that what we do makes a difference, that everything that we do matters, and that has a ripple effect in the world. So there's a number of things to point out about what we're doing about oneness, what we're doing now and going to do in the next couple of weeks. As you know, you've noticed the dark tree because some of the bulbs burnt out. So there are ornaments on the tree and tons of gifts around the tree. And we reached out to the Kansas City nonprofits that we work with here at CSL and asked them to give us families that are needing some assistance this year. And they gave us a list of those individuals and some of the things that they need, so we created ornaments. And there are still a few left on the tree, so we're extending the time for another week to come get an ornament today and bring that back sometime during the week. All we ask is that you bring it back wrapped with the ornament on it so we know who it belongs to. So you'll notice your generosity is already there, your belief in the fact that we are here to make a difference, so we thank you for that generosity. Last year we started something new called Operation Give. And it was really a very simple thing. A group of us just got together here at CSL on a Saturday morning with whatever cash we wanted to give away out in the community. And we went out to different places like grocery stores and drugstores and just different places that we chose on our own to be kind of a secret Santa Claus to give away money. So then we came back and had lunch together and shared those stories with each other of what it meant to us. And we created a video of that we'd like to show you now, what we shared together after we did Operation Give last year.
But then I went to the cold and medicine section, and I went to like NyQuil, and I put a $2 bill there. And I would kind of tuck them behind or have them stick out a little bit. And I figure someone's ill, and then they're going to get flu medicine, and they see it. It's just a little bit of like, oh, hey, this is kind of neat. So I did that, and I went to the toy section, and I would stick, something there. And then I went to the holiday section where they have wreaths and other kind of Christmas and Hanukkah paraphernalia, and I would kind of, one of them was push the button and it plays music, so I would stick a little $2 bill behind there. That was fun. And then I went to the gift card section, and I would find the money cards. I just stuck it in the money card.
We lost my husband last year on the 23rd of December, and so when this opportunity came up, and first time I heard it in the church service, I knew in my heart that we had to be part of it because Christmas is different for us this year, but we're not checking out from Christmas. It actually kind of means more to us this year, even though we don't have my husband here with us. We're giving it forward. We're paying it forward. We're attempting to bless other people. So it was emotional for us, and we had some tears, and some other people had some tears, and it's just, that's what warms your heart, when you can just give to someone else.
ho, ho, ho.
Out in the community, and then we'll come back and probably have lunch together and share what the experience was like for each of us. So it's really a lot of fun, and it's really not about the amount of money that you're giving away. It's really to watch people's lives change right in front of you by a simple act of generosity, especially this time of year. So we'd love it to see all of you, or as many of you can, this Saturday at 9 o'clock meeting right here. The other thing that we're doing, that we've actually been doing all year long to recognize our connection and oneness with all people, is recognizing other religions. So last Sunday was the beginning of Hanukkah. So we are acknowledging Hanukkah this morning. We have the menorah up on the candle with a slightly crooked candle. But we want to acknowledge that tradition and that it is Hanukkah, and the powerful metaphor and meaning behind the whole practice and tradition of Hanukkah in the Jewish faith. So, this is our time to stand and say our intention statement together. Who we are here and out in the world, and then let's greet one another. So let's say this together. We are a diverse spiritual community expressing God as love. Okay, the music has stopped, so that means it's time for us to have a seat. Musical chair. We announced this last week, but we want to bring it up one more time, that we are looking for someone to fill a position that's really a wonderful opportunity here at CSL. It's for marketing and brand management, business development here at CSL. So we posted the job description on several websites and told people that saw that were interested and qualified to send their resume to the office. The email address is spirit@cslkc.org. If you or someone you know has marketing and brand management, graphic design background and would be interested in this opportunity, please notify the office, send an email. We can send you the job description or send in your resume for consideration. This Wednesday night at Real Life, we're going to talk about something that I think all of us are probably aware of, that between starting with Thanksgiving and through the end of the year, at the end of year holidays, sometimes it almost feels like there's something wrong with us if we're just not overflowing with gratitude and the happiness of a holiday. And so what we're going to talk about, or what our guest is going to talk about, is that it's okay to feel that full range of human emotion. Sometimes we don't feel so grateful, and sometimes we don't feel so happy this time of year or any time of the year, and it's really a process that we go through. So our guest speaker is going to be someone that you all know and know that she has profound ways of telling the truth, is Natasha Ria Elskari, and she's going to talk about the idea that can we be angry and grateful. So I'm not going to put words in her mouth and talk any more about that, but we just love to see you on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. We're also going to have some great music and a time to just be quiet and reflect and meditate together. And then the last thing I want to tell you is that we have Christmas Eve service on December 24th at 7 o'clock. There will be music and messages that will be a mix of tradition and not so traditional, as you might expect here at CSL. We're going to talk about the power of stories and the true meaning of family. For those of you who really love tradition and ritual, we're going to have a candle lighting like we did last year. And if that's not enough, if you stay to the end, there will be cookies and something to drink. We're going to do that at the end, not at the beginning. So we'd love to see you on Christmas Eve at 7 o'clock. Thank you. Have a great service.
Snacks. In the darkness of your private room, sea of life that was meant to flow through a never-ending stream. And I can sleep at night now that I know hope is a waking dream. Can't you see it? Can't you see a window of hope shining a light on every problem? A window of hope. There's always a chance that you can solve it. It's all over and you won't let go. The pain is flowing, better help you I know. Keep looking for the light shining in the window of hope. Keep looking for the light. It's all over. The pain is flowing, better help you I know. Keep looking for the light. Love never ends free. Love is a waking dream. Yeah. Keep looking for the light. Can't you see the light? Keep looking for the light.
All right, all right, all right. Good morning, CSL. Good morning. Oh, happy Hana Kwanzaa Solstice. Let's get everybody in, all right? I'm here to tell you a story this morning, a true story. My partner, Aubrey, is a black man born in 1960 in a small West Texas town near Waco. And he and his 7 brothers and sisters all grew up in a part of town that white people call the wrong side of the tracks. The family home is in an all-black community, literally just a few feet away from the railroad track. So when a train comes through and blows the horn, it's so loud that everybody in the house has to stop talking, which might have been an ulterior motive for his parents to buy that house, because it's probably the only time they could get all 7 children to shut up. Aubrey's grandmother lived in a little house just down the road. She was a quiet and faithful woman who had endured a very hard life as a former slave. But there was something mysterious about this old woman. She had what the family called the gift. One day when Aubrey was about 10 years old, he and 2 of his brothers went bike riding, and as little boys do, somehow it ended up being a competition. I don't know why boys want to measure everything. They do. So they're racing down a hill. You guys got a dirty mind. They're racing down the hill to see who could get to the bottom of the hill first. Well, on the way down, one of his brothers, Harold, hit a rock, which threw him over the top of the bike and landed him with a hard thump on the ground with a huge gash on his leg, which immediately started spewing out blood. Well, boys panic. I mean, that's what they do. When you see blood, you panic. They didn't know what to do. But somehow, the only thing they could think of, maybe intuition kicked in, they said, we need to take him to grandmother's house. So they picked him up and they carried their brother Harold to the grandmother's house. And of course, they run in the house and they're screaming, bloody murder. You know, it's the end of the world. He's bleeding. He's going to die. But the grandmother was not at all fazed by this drama. She told them, calm down, boys, and put him here in front of me on the floor. And Aubrey tells the rest of the story just like this. With all 3 boys gathered around, she took a white handkerchief out of her pocket, because back in those days, old ladies had white handkerchiefs nearby. They just did. And she held it over Harold's open wound that was bleeding on his leg, wrapping her hand around it, and she closed her eyes and she prayed. Aubrey and his brothers just sat there perfectly still. After what seemed no more than a couple of minutes, he says, she said, "It's done." She took the handkerchief away, and there was no blood and no wound. Aubrey said, if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it's possible. This month we're studying the philosophy of Jesus, looking deeper into the man and the myth. What was his secret power, and was it exclusive to just him? Was he really able to heal the sick, raise the dead, or are those stories that are just told to convince others to be in the faith? Is there such a thing as spiritual healing? And if so, how does it work? I mean, that's what I want to know. How does it work? That's what Dr. Ernest Holmes wanted to know. He's the founder of our teaching, The Science of Mind. Dr. Holmes began every single service by saying the same thing. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, and you can use it. And then he went about spending his entire life studying that power for good, the power that he said Jesus used. And he meticulously studied every one of the recorded healings that are attributed to the man Jesus, only to discover that the power is in the belief. There's no magic to it. There are no tools used to enhance or distribute this power. In every single case, the only question that Jesus asked before a healing occurred is this: do you believe? Do you believe? And if the patient said, yes, I believe, he would simply announce, then it has been done unto you as you have believed in. It's important to remember what he didn't say. He didn't say, and now for my second act, watch me pull a rabbit out of a hat. He didn't say, aren't I just totally awesome? Did you just see what I did? I should take a selfie. He knew the power that he used wasn't his own. It didn't come from him. It came through him. He was merely and simply a conduit for a spiritual power that is activated by belief. So the power to heal, like all powers in life, by the way, that power is available and usable by everyone. So here's the science behind this for you left-brainers. This is what we know for sure, provable by science. We know there are invisible powers throughout the universe that can be harnessed and used. We have proof. We know what happens when you split an atom open. It's releasing atomic power, an invisible power. We can build hydrogen bombs. We can create nuclear bombs. So we know there's enormous power available to us that we can either choose to use for constructive or destructive ways, and we can build instruments to deliver those powers. We also know that there are signs of intelligent life just about everywhere you look, in inner space and in outer space. I mean, all you have to do really is look inside a microscope at one of your cells, and you'll see an intricately established system of intelligence that is organized to create and sustain your body. And we know by looking at nature in our world, on this planet alone, the millions of species, that some kind of intelligence had to be at work here, creating and coordinating the natural choice and order of life on this single planet. And we know by looking out into space, science will tell you there are certain laws of physics that govern how all bodies act, how planets spin, and how supernovas react. Everywhere you look, there's power. Everywhere you look, there's intelligence. Even our 20th century, last century science began to find the connection between what your mind is doing and how your body is reacting. It's called simply mind-body medicine. We all know about this. As it turns out, there are millions and millions and millions of receptor cells spread throughout your body that appear to be listening to whatever your mind is saying. So when you say, "Oh my God, my butt is so big," the receptor cells hear that in your body, they obey, and they store fat in your ass. This is science, ladies and gentlemen. Science. So if you don't want all the junk in your trunk, then maybe you ought to be saying, "Look how skinny my butt is." Let me break this down for you. We know about the laws of physics, the physical powers in the universe. And we're beginning to learn more about the mental powers, the power of mind to manifest. But what if, my friends, there's a third category? What if beyond the mental and the physical powers that exist and move through and around us, there's also a spiritual power? And what if nobody really knows how to use it? What if just a few people have discovered it and learned to harness that power? And if you saw one of them do it, like Aubrey witnessed with his own grandmother, what would you call that person? A miracle worker? A witch? Maybe a Christ? In our study book of the month, The Philosophy of Jesus, Dr. Holmes wrote this: "We are rooted in pure spirit, whether we know it or not. Just as a tree cannot live without its roots, so can we not be well and whole and healthy until we learn to draw on the invisible forces of the Spirit that is around and within us." I love the metaphor of the tree that simply cannot live without its roots. If you take it out, it can't live. It'll die. But how are we to stay rooted in spirit, to access this spiritual power? How do we do that? How are we going to keep our connection to this spiritual power in a world full of distractions? And how can we begin to access what appears to be unlimited power? Unlimited power. I would love to tell you that I have the secret formula. I would love to tell you that I've come up with the one thing, because we all want one thing. I want to take one pill. I want to do one thing. I wish I could tell you the one thing that you have to do to have that kind of belief, to have that kind of consciousness that can heal on command. We all want the power. We're just not sure we want to do the work to get it. Because you understand, it's not in the words you speak. It doesn't really matter what you say. You can repeat the words that Jesus said over and over and over again, like they do in some churches, 1,000 times for 1,000 years, and you still won't be able to do anything he can do. You can go out today and buy yourself a pretty little white handkerchief, and you can put it over people's wounds for a few minutes and say something over it, see what happens there. But there's no power in that either. It is the belief behind the words that commands the words to be true. It is the consciousness that they stand on. Without that, nothing happens. Jesus knew how to harness and use that power for good that Dr. Ernest Holmes talked about. He knew how to do it because he worked in his own life to build his belief in it. So, here's the big idea of our teaching. It's very simple. It goes against what most Christian churches teach. Jesus isn't the exception. Never was. He's the example of a spiritual master, one of the spiritual masters that came to the planet that could harness the spiritual power to command a healing. One of them. Follow him, and you will have access to the same spiritual power. And by follow him, I didn't say fall on him. Don't fall down in worship the man for what he could do. Stand up and practice the teaching and build your own belief. And the things he did, you will do even greater. The bad news is, there's no shortcut. There's no one thing, there's no one pill, there's no one word you can say to access this unlimited power. The good news is, if you practice daily and keep building your belief, one day, I promise, you will wake up. Something's attacking me here. I think my hairspray is killing the ozone layer around me. It's not an aura. So one day, if you keep practicing your belief, I swear to God, one day you will wake up and you will be able to say, I believe that I am worthy of all the good that life has to offer. One day you'll be able to say, I believe beyond a doubt that God is ready, willing, and able right now to supply anything good that I can imagine for myself. And when you hear yourself say that, when you believe that, there will be no inner critic within you that says, that's a lie. You don't believe that. And on that day that you can say, I believe, everything that you believe in will be made manifest. Every single thing. That's how the power works. Now, I'm a pragmatic guy. So, how are we going to get you to that day? Great news. Now, how do I get to that day? Because that's the day I want to wake up in. It's pretty simple, really. You have to start right here, right where you are today. Start right here, right where you are today, by changing one thought at a time, replacing one belief after another. Here's a piece of advice. Too many distractions in the world. Here's a piece of advice. Turn off the TV for a few days. What? What? Stop giving your attention, your time, and your investment in all the negative drama in our world. Go off the grid. What? Do you know that Jesus didn't have a Facebook page? Not even a Twitter account. How's anybody going to know about you if you don't have a Twitter account? Did you know there's a new study out that shows that people are actually happier when they stop using Facebook? Take the time from that. Take the time that you are giving to all the things that make you really angry and give it to something you love. Give the time to something that makes you laugh or somebody that makes you laugh. Start giving more of your time and your attention to your spiritual growth, to start building an active faith. An active faith. You know what fuels your spirit and builds your faith faster than anything? Faster than anything. Here's the fast track. Love. Give more attention to love. Whatever you love is a deep investment of your soul. It grows. Whatever you love thrives. Whatever you love heals. Heals. Love more. Love more. So the other day I watched this video of a talk given by an ex-white supremacist, who, by the way, we will be bringing here to CSL next year. This guy played for a very long time in a heavy metal hate band that spewed its poison in its venomous lyrics. He himself was full of hatred and rage. And one day, something happened. One day, somebody that he hated, that he called names, that he treated poorly, treated him with kindness. So instead of returning hate for hate and prejudice for prejudice, this person responded to him in love. And that one small act of kindness changed this guy and completely altered the trajectory of his life forever. And he said in this talk, what I have discovered in my journey through this life is it's really all about what you look for in life. If you're constantly looking for something you hate, you'll find it. There is a lot to hate in this world. If your focus is on what is unjust in this world, you'll be able to find lots of stuff to be angry and bitter about because there is injustice everywhere. But if you're looking for kindness, if you're looking for loving people, he said, you'll be able to find them everywhere. They're really everywhere. The message is very simple. What you look for will show up in your world. So what are you looking for? What are you talking about to other people? That's where your energy and your belief is. What are you giving your money to? That's really where it is. Honestly, that's where your belief is. Wherever you are giving your money. Follow the money trail. It leads to what you really believe in. Now, I seriously doubt that Aubrey's grandmother spent much time watching the news or talking to a lot of negative people or gossiping. More than likely, she was reading her spiritual truths, her scripture, her Bible, whatever she believed was true. She was practicing her faith, and she was building her belief until it became so real to her that nothing else, not even an open wound, could contradict it. So when she said, it's done, it's done. It was just like Jesus saying, it is done unto you as you have believed. She believed in healing. Not in her own ability to heal, but the power that lived inside of her. The one that she simply directed. So let me leave you with this. You can do this. You can. Every single one of you. You have access to the same power that she did, every ounce of it. There is a power for good in this universe greater than you are, and it can be directed to heal absolutely anything in this life. You just have to believe in it. And so ends the lesson. Aren't you kind? Would you say our affirmation with me, please? I am immersed in a creative law of mind that responds to my thought. You people are smart. You can't unknow what you already know. And what you know is that your thinking mind is causative. The thoughts that are flowing through your mind are not random. They don't just disappear. They go somewhere and come back to you as your experience. You are powerful people because you are thinking people. And if you will direct your thought to what you want to see happen in your world, it will manifest just like that. Let's know this. There is a life greater than our own that is in this room right now. There is the presence of a power that knows absolutely no limits, in this room right now. There is a love so deep, so rich, so pure, so unconditional, waiting and ready to be accepted by us in this room right here, right now. Anything and everything we need to succeed in this life, anything and everything we need to heal in this life is available to us right now, in this moment, in this room right now. That life, that presence, that power, that love is God. That's what God is, a power for good. It has never abandoned us and never will. We are always surrounded by it. We are always loved. We have never been alone, not 1 second of our lives. It waits upon your recognition. It waits upon your use. Take your power back and use it for something good. The universe says, use it today to heal, bless, and prosper all those in your life and all those in our world. Let's be powerful people on a mission to heal the world by healing ourselves. Thank God. And so it is. Let's take a minute to go within. Let's close our eyes, be still, and breathe. All you have to do is breathe and be here in the presence of love.
We are here to give and receive love. We are here to give and receive. We are here to give and receive love. We are here to give and receive We are here to give and receive.
There is nothing you're going to do in this life that's more important than loving. There is nothing more valuable to any of us than love. Let's take some time to push the reset button, to reprioritize, to give our time and our attention from this point forward to that and to whom we love. Let's reorganize our commitments and our investments. Let's turn to love. And as we do, trusting, love turns to us to heal and bless.
I am here to give and receive love. I am here to give and receive. I am here to give and receive love. I am here to give and receive I am here to give and receive
So let's practice together this morning. Let's give ourselves a test. Let's see if we can sit still for just a few minutes in total and complete silence and think about nothing but love. Whatever and whomever you are loving is growing and thriving. Wherever you are focusing love, a healing is taking place. Start today by loving yourself. And extend it outward into the world. And together, we can heal. And so it is.
We are here to give and receive love. We are here to give and receive. We are here to give and receive love. We are here to give and receive love. We are here to give and receive love. We are here to give and receive. We are here to give and receive love. We are here to give and receive love.
If you've been here very long at all, you know one of the things that we believe very deeply in is the power of prayer. And we make that available to you in a number of ways. At the end of the service, there will be professional practitioners available to you. They wear the white stoles and stand along the wall over here so you can find them visually. They would love to activate a lesson that you heard this morning, activate it in your life by supporting you in prayer. There are prayer request cards at the end of each row on the chair, in the back of the chairs. You can fill those out and put them in the offering or the prayer box in the back and receive confidential prayer for a week from the practitioners. And you can also call our 24-hour prayer line. It's a recorded prayer that changes every day. You can get support in that way as well. You don't have to look very far to see how generous this spiritual community is. You can look at the gifts around the tree, the way that you've loved and supported the people who reached out to us and said they could use our assistance. And you can see it in the fact that we're still here. The fact that you support us every week, that you give so generously to allow us to do what it is that we do and what we love doing for you and with you. So we thank you ahead of time for your kindness and your generosity. Thank you.
I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth and the stars, but all of creation. God is creator, all in all, leading us to shine
I love CSL. I know, I love CSL. It's so much fun. So I want to welcome those of you who are guests today. You're a guest in our home. We thank you for joining us. And if you'd like to have more information about who we are, what we believe, what we teach in this wonderful community, you can get information there in the lobby at the information desk. Last year and for a couple years in a row now, I've been doing a New Year's Day workshop, and I kind of like doing that, getting us all on the right track, setting our intentions for the year. So I'm going to be doing that on New Year's Day, January 1st, starting at 1. So you'll have time to... She's like, thank God. Don't start it at 9 a.m. 1 p.m., all right? So come spend a couple of hours setting your intentions. I'll be working with you. We'll have fun. I promise it'll be great. I am coming to Operation Give this Saturday at 9 a.m. I enjoyed it so much last year. I invite you to be part of giving something good to someone and changing a life for the better. Those of us who are going to Bali are here today because a representative from Spirit Tours, Gita, is here to talk to us and to answer our questions. So all of you going to Bali, there's a meeting in the Buddha room at 12-ish, I think. All right? Let's stand and sing our song welcoming our children.